So I saw this video. I'm not gonna just like blatantly just use like Asmund's video that he watched on this. I just want to see it for myself, and I want to know why. Apparently, you can't get a job while I play some Magic, playing some rats, because that's I'm a fucking rat. This is the deck. I don't know if it's good, but gameplay video. We'll just stopping start as it plays. But let's go. I'll start it right about now.
Jesus Christ, I look like Tobey Maguire in Spider-Man 3. So one of the
True.
only constants in the human experience is this. The only thing worse than job is no job. Being unemployed puts you in this weird desperation mode. All of a sudden you're panicking and checking job postings like it's a Twitter feed.
Yeah, kind of, it is true. Like when you're actively looking for work, yeah, that's like something you're just like, constantly gonna do. Like, unless you just don't give a shit. I don't know if people always care.
Digging through your closet to find a somewhat presentable outfit to wear on a Zoom call. And for weeks, you spend your time visiting prison-lit office spaces or glitchy Zoom calls and talking to someone who has your entire future in their hands. And they don't seem too visibly pleased with your existence. Every interview is like a first date, except it doesn't end with a chance of physical intimacy. It ends with the chance of you getting a job that you're eventually going to hate and you're eventually going to get fired from. And the cycle continues every year and a half. Getting?
That's true. That was especially true, like, as I was growing up. Because I'm like, fuck, bro, I'm like 30 now. 38. Yeah, 38. And, like, the older you get, the more you start to, like, kind of just start to look for a job regardless of whatever the outcome is going to be. You stop kind of doing this, like, gotta find the perfect job shit, and you start just looking for a job. Because that's what's more important, is finding a job.
A job sucks. Sucks Wang. So let me break down exactly why the
True.
modern job market is a clown show, and also why my generation is absolutely screwed in finding any kind of, sustainable income. Because unlike LinkedIn recruiters, I'm going to tell you the cold hard facts. I'm not just going to lie to you and say you're perfect for a job through some automated message and then put you in a database of 3,000 people to pick from whenever they need to fill a position. I f***ing hate recruiters. I used to be one. They suck.
Fair.
Being
Numbers and stats.
unemployed is no fun. Well, it kind of is. For a little bit, it's kind of fun. At first, you're just on like a mini vacation. You're playing video games. You don't have to listen to Slack notifications. You're eating cereal for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But then the days...
You know what the worst part about being unemployed is? Like, the straight up worst part about being unemployed is, like, when you are employed, you can't wait for the day when you don't have to do anything. When you don't have to do shit. The moment you lose a job and have to go back to find a job, it's like you enter this... I'm getting fucked right now, by the way. You enter this fucking mindset of like, it becomes harder to find a job because once you get in that free time zone, you don't want to do anything. Like, you're done. You're cooked. You have no interest in doing shit anymore. You just mentally check out, and then you run into this fucking like, you get into this mindset of like, fuck it, I don't want to do it right now anyway.
Begin to blend together, your homies aren't around to play video games with you, you're just filling out applications in an endless loop of sadness, and you're eating cereal for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but in a bad way, like you have no money kind of way. But if you are currently in the unemployment pickle, fear not, because you are definitely not alone. Over 6 million people are unemployed in the US right now. Thanks, insert current president at time of viewing. But the good news
Fair enough.
is there are currently 9.5 million jobs available. So I think I just solved unemployment. We'll just give those people those jobs. Just shuffle those people into those jobs like cozy little hermit crab. You'd think it would be that simple, but it turns out those unfilled positions, those positions all are bad. They all suck. All those jobs that are available, they all suck. I mean, I bet some of them don't suck, but those will soon be filled by, children or cousins of the person who works there already. Those jobs don't go to people like you and me. According to my research, fast food, warehouse, and retail jobs are projected to have the most openings in this decade and the next. And if you've ever worked on one of those positions, that shit sucks, am I right? If you've ever worked a service industry job, you know it's bad, and it's only getting worse over time. People are getting beat up, people are throwing hissy fits because there's no mayo on their burger. Just a tough time to be serving up smiles in the good old US of A. Maybe that's why 44.5 million people quit their jobs in 2023. Or maybe it's just because kids today don't want to work. Thanks a lot, current president. But once you're...
No, they definitely don't. Most people don't want to work. They want to find jobs that are, like, simple to do. Instead of finding, like, an actual job, they'd rather find something that's, like, self-gratifying. They want to find the easiest way to make money possible. And usually, to kids, like my own child included, they see YouTubers and shit, and they're like, oh, I want to do that. That's what I want to do. And they have no interest in doing anything that involves, like, actual fucking work. They have no interest. It doesn't register at all. Like that shit doesn't. They don't care. I need like actual removal.
Jobless, you got to start the process of job searching, obviously. Now, at this point in the video, I want to harken back to the very first video I ever made in this format, which is the fact that college is a goddamn scam. A scam, sadly, that we are all pretty much forced to take part in. Currently, millions of jobs require you to have a college degree, even for jobs that the people who are in right now don't have college degrees for.
I didn't go to school. My job's like somewhat decent. Like, it's not necessarily true. And 9 times out of 10, you'll get somebody who like went to school for something, but literally have like 0 actual work experience and or work ethic. You could have like you could have a degree or whatever, but you might not actually have an actual work ethic. You like, it doesn't matter if you know how to do it if you don't want to do it. Like,
I don't know if I explained that correctly, but it makes sense. For example, only 1/3 of administrative assistants do have bachelor degrees right now. But 75% of job postings require you to have one. So do you see the discrepancy? Do you see why things aren't correct?
It's because people only... Another issue is people... They limit themselves on the jobs they will look for, right? Like, you don't go out of your way... Like, you always want the job that pays the best, but sometimes you don't look at, like, things that you think are below you, because sometimes you'll think of a job and be like, oh, fuck that job, it probably doesn't pay shit. This job's probably awful. And then sometimes you don't realize it's like jobs that you sometimes avoid are probably some of the most lucrative. Like, it just is the way it is.
College degree is pretty much a, hey, I am desperate and in a lot of debt coupon that a lot of corporations want to see so they can understand that you're malleable before you go into the position. According to LinkedIn, 60% of employers reject qualified candidates just because they don't have a college degree. This has led to a
Makes sense.
term that researchers have called degree inflation. Isn't that a fun one? That doesn't sound like the end of modern society. It's just one way employers weed out applications because according to LinkedIn, every job has at least 118 applications. And after that, only 20% of those applications are contacted by an interviewer. And because of those tough statistics, on average, you have to apply for 200 jobs before landing one. Which, one, is insane, and 2, it's a huge f*** you to all the boomer dads who tell you, well, did you go in there? You shook his hand? Did you...
It's true. I don't think my dad actually gave a shit.
Make eye contact, bring your application in person. Yeah, that might have worked back in 1987, Pops, but nowadays you need at least $80K worth of debt strapped to your back and 4 years of experience for an entry-level position just to get a Zoom call. But how does one get to the interview stage of the job hunt? Well, wouldn't you like to know? But I'm doing an ad now. I'm doing an ad because I also have to eat food, and this is my job. So, you know, here we go. Looking to distract yourself from the never-ending torture that is job hunting? Well, let me introduce you to the most comprehensive vehicle combat game, War Thunder. I don't care if you're an accountant working at a Fortune 500 company or one of those unemployed people who constantly gives plasma, because when you play War Thunder, you're the war hero. War Thunder lets you command 2,500 tanks, planes, helicopters, and ships, all from 10 major nations, ranging from biplanes and armored cars of the 1920s.
I don't care about War Thunder, my guy. I'm skipping your War Thunder ad. Sorry. Here.
New and returning players who haven't played in 6 months get a massive bonus pack. This bonus pack has all kinds of goodies, like the exclusive vehicle decorator Eagle of Valor, 100,000 silver lions, and 7 days of premium accounts. So go ahead and click the link in the video description for the exclusive bonus pack and join a community of over 70 million online players in epic PvP battles today. Delve into the breathtaking war experience that is War Thunder. So you know how technology keeps advancing? You know how that train keeps trucking, even though experts warn that we should probably slow down a little bit? You'd think with all this godforsaken technology, things would be getting a little bit easier for the common man. Things would be getting a little bit better. Would you not think? Would you not think that'd be possible? You'd think having things like the internet and LinkedIn would make it easier to get a job, right? Wrong. Wrong, actually, you clown. Did you say right? Did you actually? How did you not see that obvious sarcastic bit playing up? Leave the video. I'm not kidding. If you said you're an idiot, get out of here. One of the worst parts about being unemployed is the amount of time you have to spend on the demon portal that is known as LinkedIn. If you don't know, and God do I envy anybody in that camp, LinkedIn is a place that combines job postings with social media of the world's largest corporate circle jerk. If you work in HR or upper management, or you just really love polo shirts and false enthusiasm, then LinkedIn is for you. You should check it out. And unfortunately, this mix of toxic positivity, corporate ethos, and fleece, vests is a very important part of getting a job nowadays. So let's just break down some...
Is it though? I don't know.
of LinkedIn statistics and prove to everybody that this shit sucks so bad. So LinkedIn is one of the largest job posting boards in the world, with over 59 million companies having LinkedIn pages. A number that makes you think, 59 million companies? That's a lot of branches off of the main 10 ones. That's like if everybody in Italy started their own company. That's a lot of spicy meatballs. So according to my hot and reliable
It's a fuckload of companies.
sources, every minute 6 people get hired by using LinkedIn, which sounds fantastic. You know, that sounds like terrific turnaround until you realize that every second 140 applications are sent in. So every minute there are 6 people.
What's wild about LinkedIn? I don't think I've ever fucking used LinkedIn. I don't think I've ever fucking used it. Not once.
People getting a job, and every second there are 140 people looking for a job. That not good math. I'm not a mathematician. That doesn't look like it's working out too good. So if you're trying to get a job on LinkedIn, not only do you have to fight against every other person on the planet for every job, and you have to wade through all the terrible job listings, you also have to wade through the people who post on LinkedIn, not jobs. Like they post posts. They're all insane. Everyone who posts like actual things on LinkedIn, they're all crazy people. For some reason, linked influencers, which is a real term, are people who just post the most bootlicking, insane shit I have ever seen in my entire life. Let's just look
Hey, what's the point of this?
at some of the ones I was able to pull. Let's see what we got. We have Nicole, who is a multi-industry transformation leader with an international work. You know, you can tell these
What a fucking title.
people all suck because their jobs mean nothing. The titles they give themselves. This morning at my local coffee shop, the owner said to me, "Your HR people sit around, do nothing, and earn the big bucks." No one said that to you. Who the would say that to you? Without thinking.
Yeah, why would you say that? Just like, you're just so fucking mad about, like, your coffee shop owner's like that mad? Why would you go there?
I blurted out, "We carry the emotional labor of our organizations. What value would you put on that?" Silence. Winky. Show my...
Wait, what the fuck? What would you like to check? I just dunked on this guy. Hit him with a wink.
God, shut the f up. What would you have said? Hashtag human resources, hashtag HR community. No one cares about HR people. You guys suck. No one has ever left an HR meeting and thought, man, those guys should be getting paid more for that bullshit work that they're doing. I just don't get why you'd make up a story like that. Actually, I do. Getting clicks is addicting. That's how I made my whole career. But also, no one's believing that.
True, which is why I want to do that. So you guys should definitely do that.
And if they do, they're stupid. Jay, whose job title is I help law firms optimize their PR and marketing and whatever, it's all bullshit. Abraham Lincoln was a thought leader and content creator.
What?
What? And if he was alive
What the fuck?
today, I bet he'd be actively sharing his ideas on social media, not only as means of pursuing political office, but also to build his legal practice. Sure, I guess.
Wait, what? What the shit? What the actual shit am I... Oh, that's awful. What is that statement?
Why are you picking on Abraham Lincoln like that? Like, you're just spouting nonsense, dude. You could have said Gandhi would have been a social media person. Why'd you pick Abraham Lincoln? Then we have Peter, who is a proven SEO specialist boosting revenue for online. See, like, none of these titles can fit in the title because you're blabbering. What happened to boss? You know? What happened to the boss of something? Why do you have to have this whole title? I have a secret. Do you pee? Most people are not even aware that this is a real thing. Since 2015, I've struggled with peeing in a public rest. What?
Wait, what the fuck?
What, dude?
What does this have to do with finding a job? What does this have to do with anything?
Dude, I've missed weddings, held my pee up to 10 hours, social events, and going out in general because I was too afraid I was going to pee or not. I've been doing exposure therapy, which is immensely helpful. Are you just peeing in front of somebody? Are you paying someone to pee in front of them? I'm trying to get at that you need to expose yourself to the fears and go outside your comfort zone for success. Do not expose yourself. And the way he is exposing himself, that's against the law.
Why is he talking about taking a piss? Like, what the actual fuck?
And this man is a influencer, and he's saying this
What is he influencing? People to avoid his page?
stuff, and people are eating it up. So good luck looking for a job while you're looking at that stuff. Because how does anyone pay attention? How does anyone get any work done when they're on LinkedIn? Because people are just saying insane things all the time.
What?
So when looking for a job on LinkedIn, it's important to know what exactly you're looking for. And I'm not just talking about pee pants over here. I'm talking about the bullshit job listings. And my God, there are a lot of bullshit job listings. I mean, first of all, we got the scammers. That is a huge problem on LinkedIn. In 2021, 32 million fake accounts were identified on LinkedIn. And I would understand if that fact came out of like Twitter.
Nice
Like Russian, troll bots are just trying to destabilize the human experience. But
True. It's kind of wild to me bots are on Twitter. Like, actual.
LinkedIn bots are way more malicious. Fake LinkedIn accounts are trying to get your personal info and money as fast as possible.
Nice.
During the pandemic, when a lot of people my age lost their jobs, a lot of my friends and me included all kind of almost got scammed by these people. And if you think about it, it is shockingly easy to get a lot of personal information out of somebody if you just pretend you have a job for them. Think about any online...
Yeah, that's true. Like people generally, it's kind of fucked up. You can just like probe somebody just by like having like a casual conversation, and sometimes I think even myself, like I give too much without thinking about it. Like I just start saying way too much, and later I realize like, what the fuck was I? Why did I say that?
Job you've ever applied for, if they reach back out to you and ask you for your social security number and your birth date, you're just gonna give that to them.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that. I totally have done that without even thinking about doing it.
Because why would Staples lie to me? What are they gonna use my personal information for? To buy paper? Or something? And on LinkedIn, it's really hard to identify whether it's a real company or just some dude in Turkey who's trying to take out a boat loan in my name. So remember when I...
No, bro. If you want a boat, I guess, go ahead. But if somebody ever steals my identity, I fucking pity them because, like, yeah, you ain't getting shit from me except for sadness.
Said you had to put up 200 resumes to get a job. Well, good luck not letting one of those be a scammer, because that's, you know, it's a big net to cast. But let's say you're dealing with a for sure real company that has a real job posting. Lucky you. Well, good luck figuring out how to get that job, because the things they are asking people to do nowadays are insane. When I wrote this script,
Like
I typed
what?
an entry position on LinkedIn and I pulled up the first one. And this is just a grab in the bag. Look how crazy this is. This is for a digital content specialist, because that's the closest thing I could say besides internet clown that would fit my, you know, description. It pays $15 to $20 an hour, which is not great. It's on site, not
it's fucking awful.
remote at all, and it's contract work. So they're doing that so they don't have to pay you insurance. So that's good. That's like 90% of the reason why you get a real job. So 15 to 20 an hour, depending on how much they like you. Here are all the things you have to do. And let me remind you, this is an entry-level position. Entry-level. Administer in-house creative meetings for the digital marketing team, supporting over 40 frontline artists. You are in charge of 40 people. Create animated assets for social media banners, online graphics, advertising assets, Spotify canvases, visualizers, kinetic lip.
This is entry level? What the
Holy
fuck?
shit. Edit and deliver both short form and medium form videos of social media and streaming platforms. Editing various behind the scenes content. Create video compilations and artist highlight reels for internal and external presentations. Manage quality control and ingest.
These are all like entry level things? What the fuck? This for sure. I can't believe that's entry level.
Of video content from external creatives. When needed, work directly with freelance creatives and manage. This is fucking crazy. So those are just the responsibilities. Now here are what they need from you before they even start talking to you. Possess strong attention to detail, whatever, that's just the shit they say on everyone. Extensive knowledge of the Adobe Creative Cloud, so that's like 3 years of knowledge you have to have going into this. Utilize Outlook, Monday, Sony CI, and proprietary asset systems to manage.
And he had this labeled as entry level, right? Like, I'm not. He did say this was entry level, and these are all the skills and requirements. This is not entry level.
Project scheduling and archival. So if you know everything about Adobe, that's not good enough. We need you to know all this shit too. Ability to work with both Mac and PC. I'm out. I can't use Macs for the life of me. Big PC guy. Consistent willingness to go above.
Yeah, fair. My girlfriend hates that. She's like super anti-PC. It's funny.
Above and beyond for project deliverables. And red flag, huge red flag. That's just saying we're gonna constantly ask you to work way more than we're paying you. Mind you, this is only $20 an hour. Alexa, how much is $20 an hour for a yearly salary? That is so little. $41,000 do all this? That's fucking crazy.
That's not good at all.
I mean, it's not little if you live in, like, Topeka, but if you live in Nashville, that's probably not a living wage. Ability to interact comfortably and effectively with employees and company at all levels.
Bro, I'm pretty sure In-N-Out workers have a better living wage than I do here in California. It's fucked up.
Including executive management, positive attitude, and team player, and preferred 1 to 3 years of graphic design experience in music and entertainment business. Who has that? Who has that for an entry-level position? It's just crazy. Like, what are you supposed to do? This is just one. There's millions of people asking this much shit. But let's say you put your head in the sand and ignore all those red flags I just told to you. Well, congratulations, you got your first interview. But sadly, once again, interviews are not what your dad thinks they are anymore. Interviews are no longer about how firm your handshake is or how presentable you are during the interview. Well, it is 20% that. You can't just like puke on your clip-on tie and then just pretend like nothing happened. The other 80% is jumping through thousands of pointless hoops to let your future employer know that you have zero self-respect and are easily manipulated. I mean, speaking from experience and my friend's experience, nowadays, every time you do an interview, you have to do homework. They give you do homework like you're a third grader. The industry calls these job interview assignments, but I like to call them huge fucking wastes of time. Personality tests, problem-solving quizzes, filling out questionnaires that they would know the answers to if they just read the resume that you required me to give you. Just read the fucking resume. It's gone to the point where Indeed, a website that helps you get a job, has an entire article dedicated to JIA. Just like the do's and don'ts of how to actually do it and, you know, how to look like a real go-getter when you're doing these things. And one of the points they make is to calculate the return of investment, the ROI on the work you're doing, because they know it's bullshit. They know, like, hey, if they're giving you too much, know to walk away because you can't spend all your time on one job. While the hiring manager wants to find the right person for the position, it's important the project isn't too time-consuming. Most job interview assignments should only require a few hours to complete. Review what the assignment involves and consider how reasonable it is to comparison of the job you're applying for. They're saying that, yeah, a lot of these aren't worth doing because they're so time-consuming that it's just not worth applying for in the first place. Is that not crazy? I mean, first of all, a few hours is too much. Doing a few hours of work for a job you know you're not going to get because the hiring manager is just going to give it to his cousin. And good God, it is so insulting that someone who knows that you are applying to 100 different companies thinks that you're going to do 3 hours worth of work for me to work at my perfect company. You need to show me how fucking limp dick you are. And sometimes it's not even like a little quiz. If you're in the coding industry, they make you do full projects to prove to them that you know how to code. If you go to Reddit, there are thousands of stories of people doing these coding projects and then the company just ghosts them and takes the code they made. It's what is going on? Like, what are we supposed to do anymore? What are you supposed to do to get a job without getting screwed? Are we just supposed to all work for our daddy's companies? That seems like a big step back to feudalism, working our way back to the king shit. God damn it. So there you have it. Jobs, and more specifically, are a sludge to get through. But quick fun fact, if we all just got together and stopped working a whole 48 hours in a general strike, things would get better for everybody. If we all just stopped working, everything would get better for everybody in America. So I don't know, maybe make a Facebook page. New videos every Saturday and Wednesday. Thank you for watching. Stay golden, Pony Boy. Fuck LaSalle Network.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's pretty funny. What the fuck? This dude's funny. Like, I don't know. I guess I didn't really give any insight into that, but he's right. Like, the things they require you to have for jobs these days,
That's the worst job ever.
It's pretty fucking wild. It's pretty wild. But yeah, I'll link this dude's stuff. You should go check it out. It's pretty funny. Take it easy. Bye.